The season of vacations is finally here, and with it comes the inevitable question of what to pack. Well, in terms of stitching, we've got you covered in this week's episode where we discuss all the best tips for stitching on the go. Hi, my name is Marie and this is the Caterpillar Cross Stitch channel. If you're new here, welcome. This channel is all about cross stitching, so remember to hit like and subscribe if you've learned something new today. Remember to also follow us on Facebook and Instagram for more stitcher inspiration. This video is all about packing your stitching for holidays. So if you're wondering what scissors can you take on a plane or how to pack your holiday stitching most efficiently, you're in the right place. Let's get packing. Number one point of discussion is usually scissors, because they're the most often confiscated item at the airport security. The official guidance on gov.uk says that small scissors with blades no longer than 6 centimeters are allowed in hand luggage. This doesn't mean though that all countries you travel to have the same regulations. And security officers have been known to use their own judgment time to time when deciding whether scissors are allowed on board. For these reasons, my recommendation would be, if you have a hold luggage, keep your embroidery scissors in there and take either of these items in your hand luggage on board. Nail clippers, dental floss container, it's definitely sharp enough to cut your floss, Gohana travel scissors. These are on my personal wish list, but they are a bit pricey. Made in Japan, they cost about £18 on Etsy and they are super tiny. Tested by many on US flights and around the world, always made it safely through security. If you do take scissors with in the hand luggage, I would recommend they are an inexpensive pair, small and generally ones you wouldn't mind losing. When stitching while flying, I would definitely recommend having your threads pre-cut to perfect stitching length. That way, you would only need to cut off the ends of the threads. If something goes wrong and you have no other alternative, just weave the ends in at the back of your project and cut them off later when you have access to scissors. A nice sized project bag with a zipper that will allow you to keep all your stitching together is a must. That way you don't risk losing bits and pieces of your project when handling the project bag. This Caterpillar Cross Stitch project bag with 2 pockets is in fact rather perfect to travel with. You can keep your stitching in the main large pocket and use the smaller pocket to carry your phone, passport, flight ticket and maybe a hand sanitizing tissue. That way you have everything really important handy, including your stitching. When it comes to hoop, for stitching on the actual plane, I'd recommend to take such size that would fit inside your travel project bag and keep a larger size, if you need it, in your luggage. You could also learn how to stitch in hand for even more convenience on the go. Check out our video called How to Stitch in Hand and Double Your Speed. Number 5 on my list would be a really strong needle minder that will keep your needle put even if you dropped it or there was a turbulence. Caterpillar Cross Stitch needle minders are very strong magnets, one of the strongest on the market in fact, so definitely worth considering for your travels. This brings us to the last item on the list, a spare needle. As far as my research goes, needles are not in any way restricted for air travel, and if you have 2 or 3 in your hand luggage, you will be absolutely fine. I always have a spare needle, just in case it snaps, bends or gets lost. Just a reminder that different fabric counts need different needle sizes, so if you're taking a couple of different projects, you might need to consider having more than one needle size width. Other general recommendations from me would be, take a simple project for stitching on the go. Not many color changes, or at least the part you're planning to stitch on a plane could have big blocks of color for easy stitching on the go, lower fabric counts, etc. think practicality first. You will be sitting in a confined space, so a project with 50 plus different colors and many color changes or confetti stitches could take away the joy of stitching on the go. Have all your stitching items in one bag and then take it out at security just like you would a laptop or a cosmetic bag. That way, if you do get stopped for a search of any stitching items, you won't have to have your whole bag searched, but only your stitching project bag. Last but not least, if you are not a monogamous stitcher, think about which other projects to take with, to stitch by the pool or on the balcony in the evenings. Ask yourself, what will you enjoy stitching? How much time will you have to stitch? I would pack the extra projects with floss and patterns in the hand luggage in a flat project bag, so they take the least amount of space possible. I wouldn't put all of them into whole luggage, just in case we got separated on the way. So, those are all my tips for packing your holiday stitching and taking it through security. I hope it helped you, and I would love to know, do you have any tips that I haven't mentioned? And what projects are you taking with you on your holidays? I would love to know. Please let me know in the comments below. You can purchase many stitching supplies, including the double pocket bag, needle minders or scissors on our website www.caterpillarcrossstitch.com, and maybe pick up a new holiday project too. If you haven't yet signed up to our newsletter, aka VIP Stitch Club, make sure you head over to description below and sign up with your email address. You'll get 8 free PDF patterns and 10% discount for your first order. If you love the cross-stitching community, you can join our Facebook group of almost 15,000 stitchers and share your progress, finishes, or any questions, travel related or otherwise. And that is it from us at Caterpillar Cross Stitch today. Safe travels and see you next Monday.